I don't need a pass. All right. Shh. So we have a questions here. The last question, I want to go over the last question because that question, some of the test may not be as hard, maybe a lot easier than this one. But this one is a semicircle. For most of you guys need to know semicircle equation because you're gonna use it for later. You're gonna use it for later. So this one is gonna be -5. This one's gonna be 5. This one's gonna be 5. And so there was a circle here, a semicircle. You wanna fit the biggest rectangle in here. The biggest rectangle can be different sizes, right? The width and it's bounded by, it's called inscribed, or the curve is circumscribed rectangle. And then so the way to think about the area in terms of here, the primary equation, the biggest you take away is area is x, y, so it'd be 2x times y. That's it. You're trying to optimize this. You already have a secondary equation. Is y equal to root 25 minus x squared. So area is equal to 2x times square root of 25 minus x squared. And if you take a derivative, that's equal to 2 times 25 minus x squared to the 1/2 plus 2x times 1/2 times 25 minus x squared to the negative 1/2 times negative 2x. If you factor out a 2 and 25 minus x squared to the negative 1/2, this will end up to be 25 minus x squared. This 2 cancel out. And so at the end, it's going to be, wait, hold on a second. This 2 cancel out, and the 2 factor out, so it'll be minus x squared. So it'll be 2 times 25 minus x squared to the negative 1/2 times 25 minus 2x squared. So if you set 25 minus 2x squared equal to 0, 2x squared equal to 25, x squared is equal to 25 over 2, and then x is equal to root 25 over 2, which is 5 over root 2, plus minus 5 root 2 over 2. If you plug into the equation, so if you plug in, says 25 minus 25 over 2, because square root square, so that's equal to 25 over 2, that's equal to 5 over root 2 again, that's the y. If you want to find the area, it's going to be equal to 2 times 5 over root 2 times 5 over root 2. That's equal to 50 over 2. That's equal to 25. So the area is equal to 25. The y is equal to 5 over root 2. And the x is equal to 5 root 2 over 2. Any questions here? Yes. Yeah, the area is,
I mean the y.
the y is given to you. What? Yeah, but phi you will not form any rectangle because it's already edge on a, it's edge of a semicircle, so you will have a 0 for area. The only one I can put physical domain is really like because usually those two dimensions or those two things can you can cut the width or cut the height a little bit differently. So the only one that has a physical domain that particularly that is way more important than the other one is the cut the corner one.
I did the area as 2xy, I just did it as y, and I gotta take that like, can you do that, or do I take myself somewhere?
Oh, shh. So here's a good question. He says, according to Eli, he said he do area equal to xy. Is that influence the answer? No, it's not influence the x, but does include it does influence the final area. Because your final area is 2 times xy, so you will get that part wrong. So ideally, that 2, right? This 2 right here doesn't really matter. You can divide it by 2 on both sides. That 2 is going to go away. But the problem is when you try to evaluate a final area, you're going to get only 12.5 rather than 25. So I prefer you set up equation is 2xy. But if you don't, you just have to know when you find the final area, it has to be 2 times xy. But I will prefer you do that because that's easier to grade and easier to see, oh, this primary equation set up correctly. Because you technically you using the x on this side, using x on this side to build a rectangle. There was another one. I think the question was something along like this and straight line like this. Do you see that one? And there's some type of rectangle here. Now here is the, if you really want a physical domain in here, is the domain is based on that straight line. But you gotta know what a straight line is. It's negative 1/2 x plus 3. Is that okay? That's just a very easy arithmetic. Is if you get y-intercept is 3 and slope is negative 1/2. And the area is equal to xy rather than 2xy because this is x, this is y. Does that make sense? And the area equal to x times negative 1/2 of x plus 3. And the area is equal to negative 1/2 x squared plus 3x. And a prime is equal to negative x plus 3. X is equal to 3. So if this is 3, this is 3/2. And the area is going to be 3. So, and that very easy question. It takes like 30 seconds to 40 seconds to do. Yeah. So you should expect a few questions. Expect there is a question deal with numbers, just like first couple question on the worksheet. Remember, 2 number add together is gonna be this, and the product trying to find the maximize of product 2 number. Do you remember that? You should expect the fence questions. Now, the fencing gonna be a little bit challenging on this one. The setup is gonna be a little bit challenging. So knowing how to fence, right? You should have a corner, the square corner cut. Square corner cut, right? On all sides to form the rectangular prism. You're probably gonna have the cost of a tank. And that is question 10 and 12. So I will go back and look at that questions. The cost of the tank. Fifth, it could be maximize the volume or minimize surface area of a rectangular prism or a cylinder. And cost could be either way. as well? What other question you might have? Question 6? You might have what other question you have? Oh, the shortest distance? From a point? And we yet do a lot of the question yesterday. The 7 is gonna be the inscribed one, the inscribed rectangle. You should expect all those. Question A is surprise. You know you love them for surprises. Yes.
Are you going to be like the distinct one with a monofilament?
Yep, that's the cost one. That one you better figure out how to do it. That one's the only thing that matter. The only thing that matter in this world is money. Unless you don't want money. If you open a company have to reduce the cost, like Elon Musk right now. It's gonna have to reduce all the costs by cutting employees. So I might be out of job by next year because they're gonna cut Department of Education. Huh? I will. Did I tell you that there was a math teacher in Taiwan? Did I tell you that last year? So there was a male teacher in Taiwan, and so he's making math video and nobody watched him.
Elon Musk is making math videos?
No, there was a guy from Taiwan. There's a guy in Taiwan that makes math video and nobody watch him. So he decided to put his math video on Pornhub, and he make 380,000 per year.
The calculators are.
But he was fully dressed. He was a fully dressed, except the title kind of exotic. And he was fully dressed. He make 380,000 per year. So I'm in the wrong business. Hey, I'll be, you know, I'll probably make more money that way. If it comes down to feed my family, I might have to. I mean, it is what it is. So if I don't have a job, you just know where to look for me. Okay, so my next entrepreneur. So numbers, fans, square corner, cost of a tank. I love cost of a tank. All those are questions. Question 8 is a surprise, and I'm gonna give you extra credit hints right now. So besides those 8 questions, there is a extra credit, but I mean it's gonna be given to you. Let me see. It looks like this. So this is a real world application you can figure out together, and those are answers too. So yeah, I'm gonna come look at your homework. Jesus, did you do your homework? You start with a couple questions yesterday here, and then what happened? When you go home, you did nothing? Me too. I come in late this morning too. I come in here, Mr. Palm's waiting for me to come inside the door. I come in late. Huh? Yeah, but I stay here after school.
Yeah.
More than any other teacher. I stay till 5.
What was the first question? It was 14.
Two tests in a row? Got us?
Products,
Okay, someone here, you go, Russell. Oh my god. I don't understand That's more
are they 15?
Yeah, we got the same one.
And then I just shut up, man. Oh, like the part.
Oh, wait, I did.
Oh, 100%. I did. So,
Yeah.